Hi everyone, Matt Watson here from CarWow. So I'm sat in a Ford Ranger wild track. Next to me is a Toyota Hilux Invincible X, and next to that is a VW Amarok Aventura. And we're going to have an uphill race. In fact, we're going to do various off-road challenges to see which of these pickup trucks is the best off-roader. Now the way this video is going to work is that we're going to compare these trucks in 6 different off-road challenges, and we'll be awarding points for how well they do in each challenge. And each challenge is designed to test various aspects of their off-road capability. So the vehicle that comes first in a challenge will get 3 points, the one that comes second will get 2 points, and the one that comes last will get 1 point. Then at the end of the video we'll tot up to find out which pickup had the most points, and that one will be crowned the winner. So this Ford Ranger wild track has a 2-litre turbocharged diesel engine with 213 horsepower. That Hilux has a 2.4-litre turbocharged engine with 148 horsepower. Finally, there's the Amarok, which has a 3-litre V6 with 204 horsepower. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on so you're alerted when we make a new upload. The first test is all about power, and we're going to race the cars up the hill, but we're not going to be able to do them as a side-by-side drag race. The reason being is that the ground isn't even. So what I'm going to do is be counted in, and when the starter says go, I'm going to race the car up the hill, and the moment my nose passes that cone at the top of the hill, we'll get a time and we'll see which car does it the quickest. Now I'm going to run these cars up in normal 4-wheel drive mode. In fact, let's go for sports mode. See what happens. Handbrake. Schoolboy error.
3, 2, 1.
Come on. Oh, this is good up here. Oh, there we go.
5 seconds dead.
5 seconds dead. That is the standard set by the Ford Ranger. Time for the Hilux. Let's see how Invincible X it really is in power mode and sports mode for the gearbox. What's it going to do?
3.
Handbrake again? I'm not used to manual handbrakes anymore. I'm used to electronic ones in every single car almost, apart from these old-fashioned pickup trucks. Anyway, let's have another go.
3, 2, 1.
Come on. Oh, this is pretty decent. That is surprising. What did I get? What did I get?
4.77 seconds.
4.77. Well, there we go. Hilux beat the Ranger. Finally then, the VW Amarok. Make sure I take the handbrake off for this one. It's got to be 4.77 seconds. Will it do it? Let's find out.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, come on. Slow start, but now it's flying. Whoa, whoa, brake! Frickin' hell. I thought I was going to go into those bushes. I hope it was worth it. Let's find out what the time was. Be a good time.
4.5.
4.5. Anyway, it's a win for the VW, which means it gets 3 points. The Toyota came second, so it got 2 points. And the Ford came last in the first challenge, so it's only on 1 point. This next challenge is all about ground clearance, chassis articulation, and grip. We're going to be driving them in single file up some slippery, muddy steps. This Amarok has a ground clearance of 230mm, which is pretty good. It's better than the Ford Ranger, which is going to be leading the way. It has 226mm. However, the Hilux has the least, 212mm of ground clearance. It's got quite low differentials. It's got a rear locking differential, which will help it here, as does the Ford. In fact, both of those have a low range mode in their gearbox as well. This Amarok has none of that. No rear diff locker, no low range mode. All I've got is an off-road button, and that's my lot. I think I'll press that and hope for the best. Right, let's do it. Oh, he's doing all right. Oh, you can really see it twisting. The thing with pickup trucks, because you've got the low bed, they do twist a bit more at the back, so you don't have that extra structural rigidity of a full body. Has he got the grip? It's got his front wheel off the ground. Oh, this is where he's going to need his diff lock. Yes, and that does a brilliant job of just putting the power where it needs to be and keeping that range and moving forward. I'm now a bit worried in this. Is a Toyota Hilux Invincible. Has he got his diff lock on? Toyota Hilux, did you have your rear diff lock on?
Yes, I did.
Well, there you go. If he struggled out with his rear diff lock on, what am I going to do? It's got a real smooth torque converter, this car. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's doing all right. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, yes! I tell you what, no diff locker didn't matter. This thing's traction control system just did the absolute business. The off-road mode worked. I'm really pleased. But will Darren, the off-road expert, be impressed? Let's find out. So what do you reckon to that?
Ford Ranger was the far superior vehicle. Smoother traction control and its articulation of travel was fantastic.
So first place, the Ranger. Second place, which one?
I would say the Amarok.
This?
Yes. If you look at the tyres and the way the traction control came in, it looked like it's working harder, but you're in high range as well. And it came a lot smoother. With the Hilux, with the rear locking differential, it struggled quite a lot coming up the hill. Yet really, theoretically, it should have been the better vehicle.
Well, there you go. So first place Ranger, second place this VW Amarok, despite not having low range mode nor locking diff. And then last, the so-called Toyota Invincible. Now we come to challenge number 3, which is all about suspension travel and grip. We're going to head up a bank, approach it sideways on and try and brake over the top of it. It's going to be tricky because at points the trucks will have wheels in the air, so it'll see how well they can actually move the power around to the tyres that are on the floor with the most grip. It'll also be able to see just how much the suspension can move to keep wheels on the floor. I've moved into the Toyota now to see what that's like. It's not quite as nice inside as the VW, but that's not what we're here for. It's nice to have a locking diff, which I didn't have in the Amarok, and I'm in low range mode as well. I think I'll stay in first. First up then, the Ranger. Oh, he's approaching the slope. He's twisting. Suspension's lifting. Crawling up there nicely. Has he got the ground clearance to get over the top? This is the tricky bit now. That was nice and steady. What will the VW do though? It has road tyres, it has no low range, it has no locking diff. I can see the rear left tyre just spinning a bit, but that traction control system is doing its job. Is he going to slide backwards? Now the back right's lifting off. What is the traction control doing? So it's braking the front wheel to send power to the back. I can't believe how good that Amarok is. It's on road tyres as well. Come on, Hilux, don't let me down. Don't look like a chump. Come on. Oh. This walked up here. Absolutely blooming walked up here. Now that's what I'm talking about. This has got to have won. This just walked that.
I just said that. That one, traction control worked perfect. Both the Ranger and this was equal, but this was just a little bit smoother.
Okay, so you reckon this first, Ranger second, Amarok third?
Yeah, the reason the Amarok struggled there was that he lifted off very slightly as he came over the edge, which took the traction control back in again. That's why he balanced on two wheels for a second.
Okay, well there you go. 3 points to the Toyota, 2 to the Ranger, 1 to the Amarok. Now we come to the fourth test, which is all about manoeuvrability. We're going to run a course which is very short, but it's got a tight hairpin at the end with some obstacles to avoid, and we're going to see which truck can do it the quickest. So we'll send them off individually and I'll time each one on my phone, and it'll all come down to their turning circle, because getting around that top end is going to be a bit tricky. Okay, Amarok, you ready?
Ready, ready.
3, 2, 1, go! Now the Amarok has the worst turning circle. It's almost 13 metres, which is quite a lot. Might struggle at the end there. It's all about the angle you're taking, if you've got just enough lock in your front wheels to make it round. Is he going to make it round? Looks like he's doing it. This is the tricky bit. Just about done it, quite confidently as well. That is going to be a good time. Now he's just being a little bit cautious here. Here we go, he's about to cross the line. He did 42 seconds, 56. Not a bad time, and it made it round the top. Right then, Ranger, do you want to move into position? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, a bit more enthusiastic off the line. Will its superior turning circle make it a bit easier to go around the top quicker? He's slowing a bit. He's done a good job though. He needs to accelerate hard, but without crashing into that tree. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, he's got a smug grin. Look, he did a 37.12. We have a leader. Now, can I beat that time? I've got the dubious task of timing myself. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, God, I'm sliding. Too enthusiastic. Have I got this? Have I got this? Have I got this? Oh, this is quite manoeuvrable, really. Whoa, come on. Whoa, whoa. Now, pow, 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 pow. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I did a 32.64, which means the Toyota wins this challenge, gets 3 points. The Ranger comes second with 2 points, and the poor old VW last with 1 point. Right, I've jumped into the Ford Ranger for the 5th challenge, which is about testing these trucks' hill descent control systems. So at the top of a steep slope, we've got the systems engaged. All the trucks are in high range mode to make it fair for the VW Amarok because it doesn't have a low range mode. We're going to lift off the brake and see which truck makes it down this steep slope the slowest. The car systems will be braking gently to help them ease down this gradient. All I've got to do is lift off the brake and let the truck do the rest. 3, 2, 1... Right, I've lifted off the brake. Oh, that was nice. It released slowly, but now it's going a bit, and it's going a bit quick. The Toyota is racing ahead. Oh, this is braking nicely. It's between me and the Amarok. Slow down! Come on, slow! Slow down more! It's like the anti-drag race, this is. It's the opposite. Oh, no, I'm going to cross the line before the Amarok. I don't want that. Oh, that's it. That's it, that Amarok. That was the slowest. Down the hill, it won. I'll tell you what, it may not have a low range mode in its gearbox, but its electronics make up for that. It's really capable, actually. 3 points for the Amarok, 2 for the Ford, and 1 for the Toyota. Finally, we come to the last challenge. What we've got here is a water splash, and I want to see which pickup can produce the biggest splash. After all, they're supposed to be about looking good as well as being capable off-road. So I'm going to start off with the Ranger and see how good it looks. And actually for this, we're going to get you to vote on which you think did the best splash at the end of this segment. So effectively, you're going to decide the winner overall. Now this thing has a wading depth of 800mm, which is pretty blooming good. Costs £39,000 though, so it is rather expensive for this particular version, but let's do it. Hopefully I won't damage it. Let's launch it! That was awesome fun!
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Right, now I'm in the Amarok Aventura. So this thing costs from around £37,000 and its wading depth is just 500mm, so hopefully I won't go too deep. But let's see what it'll do. Here goes. Last truck then, the Hilux Invincible X. It may be the cheapest car here at £31,500, but can it cause the biggest splash? Not too worried about it going out of its depth because its wading depth is 700mm, which is more than the Amarok, and that was fine. So I'm just going to give it full beans and see what I can do. Whoa!
Isn't she lovely?
Now's your chance to decide. Click on the pop-out banner up there to vote which truck you thought made the biggest and the best splash.
You're beautiful. Isn't she lovely?
This whole test is up to you. I have no idea what is decided. I'll have to check later when it's live.